Hey everybody, it's Steven GetMoneyMyrick here, and in today's video I'm doing an updated guide on my lineup for the Void boss within the Void arc. Specifically, this lineup is going to be concentrating on the quickest method I found. For me, it works for me and the heroes I have, where I don't really have to swap things too much, and I can kind of keep my imprints where I want them for my PvP team, and we will actually be timing myself to see how quickly I'm able to switch over to this lineup I use. I'm going to be very clear, this is not the best lineup you can possibly make for going against the Void arc, Void boss within the Void arc. Specifically, you could make the argument that if you have the best lineup and could kill them all with one hit, you're going to be saving time in the long run. But I don't have an Olivia, and I don't recommend building an Olivia just to get the Void arc, Void boss killed. So this is the lineup I use, and like I said, we'll be timing myself to see how quickly we go. And I'll also have some fights of the amount of damage we do, and I'll be going over afterwards the lineup, all the heroes, exactly how we're set up and everything like that. So we're going to start with the timing, we're going to then do the fights, and then I'll go into the specifics of how the heroes are built. Before going further, I do want to say I'm getting very close to 2,000 subscribers, so if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. But let's jump in and time myself for how quickly I can set my lineup for the Void Lords. So the first thing you're going to notice is that all of my imprints are on my PvP heroes for this. I'm not putting anything on Ithaqua in order to clear this. We're actually using Sword Flash Xia in order to beat the Void arc, Void boss. There's just so many voids when I say that. So this is my PvP lineup. You can see we got a Demon Bell and gear here. We've got attack stone. So it's going to be going straight from my PvP lineup and what I'm doing. You know, you can see we got Rogans here with Demon Bells. We got another Rogan with energy. So it's just going to be going straight from that into setting my lineup. So this is my PvP lineup and some of my PvP heroes, and we're going straight into the Void arc boss. So let's go ahead and time this and see how quickly we can switch over. Okay, I'm getting a little excited about this. There'll be a slight delay as I click start in Google, but you know, we'll just deal with that. So we'll go ahead and get started at 3, 2, 1, go. You can make an argument to not keep the branches on Ithaqua at all and just put them on there when you need them. But we're going to treat it real like you maybe had them on Ithaqua like you might typically be doing. Yeah, a little delay there. I wasn't perfectly confident in my button pushes. And we're done. We're out of it. So 27.62 seconds, a little bit of time there. But that was how long it took me to swap over. So 27 seconds, and I'm all done. No screwing around. So now let's see how that lineup I just set and that amount of time is going. So this is a Sector 6 Void Lord, Void Boss, Void Arc, Void everything. This is the lineup we're using. Halora, 2 Rogans, the non-imprinted Drake, and we're using a 6-star Ignis here in our V4 Sword Flash Xia. We are using the Phoenix pet. You could maybe use the Wolf pet if you have that. I'm not quite sure which one does more damage. I know Wolf is best with Ithaqua if you can keep her alive. You can see our Ignis has already died here. And one of the things I really like about this is you don't really screw around with speed so much. You don't have to like deal with, oh, everybody needs to attack at this time, and then I got to swap all my imprints over here or do that. And these are also, you know, heroes you want your imprints on, and you're not building crappy heroes like Olivia to make your Void arc work. Again, you could definitely make an argument that you'd be better served, you know, fighting him one time and building the ultimate lineup. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to build that lineup. I know a lot of people won't be able to build this exact lineup. I do something similar on my Server 23 account, except I don't have 2 Rogans. So I take one of those out and I use a E5 Ignis just to keep feeding energy and keep my Sword Flash Xia alive. Doesn't work as well. This works better with the V3 and the double Rogans for sure. But that is what we do. So that was from 100% here. You can see we did right at 4 million. And so it's going to take, what's percentage is that? 12. So it'll take a few attacks to get there, but we'll easily be able to clear this before he leaves. I'm going to go ahead and do all these fights just so you can see the damage. You can see we did 4.2, and we'll go ahead and do this last one here, and then I'll flash to the damage screen. And so you can see we did 4.8. So pretty consistent there. And that's the other thing I like about it. We're doing that 4.2, around 4 million damage. As far as the spaceship lab, this is maxed out now. So we are getting near the end. So this is 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. The control immunity is not as important, I want to say, with Sword Flash Xia and the Sacrificial Ignis and everything we have going on. So I don't even have it leveled up all the way. If you're having struggles, you can get it up. If you're not having struggles, you can maybe keep it lower and get your Arcane Nexus up sooner. But that is the spaceship lineup with that situation. So I want to make sure that was clear. And if we go check the boss one last time here, you can see he's at 62% after 3 attacks. So easily going to be able to clear this boss within 3 days. And that's really my goal, is can I clear him within 3 days? I will go ahead and show the heroes that I'm using just so you know. I mean, we're using Halora, and it's a V3 Halora with a Demon Bell, Speed HP, so just your typical build. The one thing I do recommend doing is going through and setting up these pages for your imprinted skills. So it does make it easier to go back and forth between PvP and the Void Lord. Xia, we're not changing anything. I've got an attack with usually an A and B, but we are just swapping out the weapon to the branches. And we're just swap the imprints, you know, from being PvP to PvE. The Drake has nothing special. Honestly, he'd be much better if he didn't have a speed stone on him, or speed weapon, but it was a little bit more tanky. So if you have that, I don't even use him in my PvP lineup, so really I should just have a tanky artifact on him just to make this go slightly easier. But again, we're doing imprints for this. You don't want to use on your heroes that you don't want to counterattack. You don't want to have control immunity. So we're doing, you know, 1-1-1-1-2s. And I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing on the other heroes real quick. So we're doing 1-1-1-1-2s here. And on Xia, I was doing 2-2-4-2-2. So we're getting that control immunity there. And then on the Rogans here, we've got the same thing, 1-1-1-1-2. Go back to PvP, and again, energy feed, speed HP, and speed HP, energy. I said energy feed. It's not energy feed so much as it's just energy. And then 1-1-1-1-2. So that is the lineup I have. That is what I am using. You can see that the results are good. It takes you 20-30 seconds to set your lineup once you have it set. Again, there's definitely an argument that if you prioritize the Void Arc specifically, you could maybe knock them out on 1 or 2 hits, and then that actually saves you time because you're not having to do this every day. But the amount of time you're going to spend setting that lineup to get it just perfect in order to do the damage is definitely going to be longer than 30 seconds. I'm going to say it's probably not going to be longer than, you know, 30 seconds to a minute every day, because you'll obviously have to switch them back to PvP. You know, an extra minute every day isn't great, but I love the fact that it's still much faster than what I have been doing. I also love the fact that I don't have to put imprints onto Ithaqua and worry about her, and I'm allowed to use my Stellar Shards in PvP lineups so that I can help my Ace, I can help my CCL, I can do better in PvP. So this is what I do for the Void Arc. It'd been a while since I talked about how to beat the Void Lord, and I kind of want to give a general update of what I'm doing. Because I thought some people might find it helpful, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, like I said, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, but I will see you on my next video. Bye.